Next to the podium is the head basketball coach at the University of Illinois, Nancy Fahey, entering her 5th season and is already a member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Coach Fahey.
Good morning. We are at the right time at the right place. I want to give a big shout out to Big Ten because of this media day for women's basketball and men's basketball. As a female women's basketball coach, this is outstanding. What a great day. We appreciate it. I just wish you could have saw my players' eyes when they walked in here. I want to say thank you to you. This is the right time. The Big Ten is at its best. 7 teams ranked in the top 25, 70% of the players coming back. It's something to cover, and it's going to be great basketball. But we need you, and I want to say thank you in advance, okay, for your support. This summer was an interesting summer after the end of our COVID year, and I know everybody has personal stories, and I go from a basketball standpoint. I said it last week in our press conference, is that for us and our team, it was time to reflect. And it started with me and a personal reflection of who we wanted to be, what our vision was. And I think it's really important when something is taken away from you. A lot of the things that develop team chemistry, and especially with the program that's trying to grow, you have a great appreciation for the chemistry and synergy you have to build back. And that's what we did this summer. We had a great summer. We have, unlike a lot of teams, we have 6 new players. One of my goals during the addition of our team was we needed some scoring. We, as a team, had a pace of top 15% in the country. We could run, but our efficiency wasn't where we wanted to be at. So we got 3 transfers, Kendall Bostic, Demilah Brown, and Sarah Adasteska. All 3 of them were from programs that win, programs that they were key players, and programs where they scored. And that was important to us. We also have 3 freshmen coming in. Well, one is Miss Minnesota, Adalia McKenzie. And as we kind of built this with the seniors and juniors and kind of bringing that together, I feel like we've got that chemistry in the locker room that we need. The veterans combined with the youthful people that want to put the ball up a lot. So it's been a really good start. But I always tell our kids, everybody's excited right now. Okay, it's going to be the day-to-day. It's going to be when we have to really go after it, when it's into December, into January. Everybody can start. We've got to learn to finish. It is a special year. It's the 40th anniversary of the first Big Ten championship game between Ohio State and Illinois. We'll be celebrating that, and we will be playing Ohio State. We'll recognize that. So a lot of good things and an exciting time to grow. We're in a different position. We're excited. We're focused. And if you're going to be in the best league, that's where I want to be. And I think the Big Ten is the best league.
We'll now take questions for Coach.
Jeremy Warner, 24/7 Sports. Good morning, Nancy. I was just wondering, in your time in women's basketball, how much has changed around the sport, the attention to the sport, and just the health of the sport?
Changed is amazing. I'm standing in front of you guys right now in an incredible facility. I was talking to somebody else today, and when I driving up here with my players and they're talking about the WNBA game, or they're talking about, what is this going to be really like, Coach? We don't know what this is. Putting young women in this situation, or they get an opportunity to talk about basketball, it's created jobs, it's created a future, and more importantly, what the game has given back is women an opportunity to grow in places that we just didn't really have. When I went through school, it was, you want to be a nurse or a teacher. I don't mean to date myself, but it's changed that much. This game has really opened up doors that I wish you could all see. And I wish you could be in the car on a ride home, because I have a feeling their stories here are going to be special in a lifetime, and they're going to bring them back. We just inducted Jenna Smith into the Hall of Fame at Illinois. And I say that because just the conversations those kids have with them, developing women leaders is so vital.
We have time for 1 to 2 more questions for Coach. In the back.
Nancy, you said you brought in Kendall Bostic. Kendall, of course, is an Indiana kid, played at Northwestern outside of Kokomo. She came from Susie's program at Michigan State. What do you think? What do you see her as leading your team with, or what value can she bring to Illinois?
Basketball in person first. Okay, incredible person, incredible family, solid. Every day just comes in and does her job. And that's first. The basketball part is she's a stretch four. She can hit the perimeter shot. She's been leading our team weekly in offensive boards. And that tells you something about right there. Because you can do all you want about, hey, crash. She just does it. That combination is part of what I'm talking about, that maturity of our team. So I'm extremely excited Kendall's with us.
Well, thank you so much for your time this morning, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Illinois women's coach Nancy Fahey talking about the experience for her players. Part of that experience, a renovated Gainbridge field house, the locker rooms inside redone. You can see some of those jerseys hanging representing the Fighting Illini, happening for all the teams here at Big Ten Basketball Media Days. A truly special experience for all the coaches and the players. As we check in once again with the Big Ten Commissioner.
Next to the podium is the head basketball coach at the University of Illinois, Brad Underwood, entering his 5th season, and he is building a very, very, very successful program in Champaign, and looking forward to a great season and great things. Coach Underwood.
Well, it's exciting to be back here, and we're looking forward to a COVID-free year, I hope. And again, hats off to the Big Ten for pulling off what was an incredible season last year on so many fronts. So I'd like to start by thanking them. We're excited about our group this year. Obviously, that starts with the return of Kofi Coburn deciding to come back, a guy that we think is a candidate for National Player of the Year. And then more importantly, a couple of guys, DeMonte Williams and Trent Frazier, 2 guys who elected to come back for their super senior years. So we're excited. We're looking forward to that. We've got the addition of 5 new guys in Alfonso Plummer, Omar Payne, and 3 freshmen, Luke Goody, R.J. Melendez, and Brandon Pajemski. So we're excited. We've got a great schedule. As always, the Big Ten's going to be better than it's ever been, in my opinion, from top to bottom. It's the best league in the country, and we're excited to take on the challenge of the great coaches, the great venues, get back to fans in the stand, and look forward to being back here in one of the great facilities in one of the great cities in all of college basketball, and we're proud to be here in Indianapolis.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions. Second row.
Hey, Coach. Last week at Media Day, Kofi said he wants to be the greatest Illinois player ever. So, 1, do you think that's possible? And 2, if so, what steps does he need to do to have that a possibility?
Well, I'm never going to tell Kofi he can't do something. I know Kofi, the way he's driven, that'll be something that he'll strive to do. Those are big shoes to fill. We've had a lot of great players there. So I love the fact he's thinking that way. He's working that way. He's had a very, very productive summer, which he didn't have last year. I think that's something that should be noted, is none of our guys had an off season last year. That excites me for a guy like Kofi, that we started this in September of last year. Now this year he's had an off season, he's had a summer, and then a fall preseason camp. So I'm excited and glad to hear that Kofi's thinking about those things.
Right over here.
Good morning, Brad. 5 years ago when you took this job, Illinois was playing here on Wednesdays a lot in the Big Ten tournament. Now you guys, for a third straight year, are expected to contend at the top of the conference. What were some of the key decisions or key reasons that you guys have been able to take that rise?
Well, Jeremy, I don't think we ever wanted to settle. I think we had an idea of what we wanted to do. That started with recruiting guys who are winners. I think it started with understanding that it's character over characters. I feel tremendous about our culture. I don't think we rushed the process. I think we tried to expedite it in the best way we could, but we never put anybody ahead of the foundation of our program. And I hope that lasts over the course of time. It's one of the most impressive things about this league is some of the steeped cultures and traditions that some of these programs have. We're trying to build that, and we didn't want to take any shortcuts in doing that. And I think those are some of the key things that we had, along with taking an everyday guy mentality to the practice court every day.
Second row.
Hey, Coach. Kevin Sweeney from Sports Illustrated. Obviously, you guys had a lot of staff turnover this offseason. Now that you're into full practice, can you speak about what the new guys have brought to the table?
Yeah, a lot, and it's always a challenge, and it's been a little bit different this year because of the return of so many veterans. That it's not just going to the court and we're blind. These guys have filled in. They're very, very smart. Chester Frazier, obviously a guy that wore the uniform at the University of Illinois. He brings tremendous passion. He brings an unrelenting work ethic. Jeff Alexander has been a guy that behind the scenes has been an integral part of our success and our growth. That one just made sense. He knows everything that we're doing. And then the addition of Tim Anderson, a guy that is an extremely gifted workout guy. He's got great relationships with our players and is learning our system as well, and a very, very, very good staff. I love the chemistry of our staff and excited about the future with them.
Front row in the corner.
Hey, Brett. Not too many teams can match the sheer size and mass of Kofi, so they might opt to go in more agile against him and taking him away from the rim with shooters. How do you think he matches up in those situations?
I really only worry about that a little bit in our league games or our non-league games. Have you looked in our league, the bigs in our league? This is a league that has second to none in terms of the quality of bigs. But yeah, teams do try to take him out a little bit. I think that people don't realize how gifted Kofi is athletically. He can really move his feet. Straight line running, Kofi's our second fastest guy on our team. He's got great feet. That's from playing soccer in his youth days. That's something that doesn't truly worry me. He's gotten much better at being able to play on the perimeter and then getting back into rebound, and that's where we need him the most.
We have time for 1 to 2 more questions. Back.
How you doing, Coach? Mike with On the Move with Sports Kells Media. With such a great talent, like you just explained and expressed with Coffee, and he obviously could have went to the next level into the NBA with his talent. Just sometimes you kind of maybe sit them down and maybe talk to them about going to the next level before they're ready, as opposed to staying in college. Do you play any part in helping them make the best decision for them?
Only when asked. I think that's one of the things that we try to do is inform them and let them go through the education process on their own with their own people. And we did that with Kofi. Also with the understanding that we have an unbelievable relationship. When that time came, he asked what I thought, and we talked about that a great deal. Kofi's an extremely intelligent young man, and again, it wasn't just about the basketball. Sometimes the business opportunities and the business side of that have to factor in, and those were all factors in Kofi's decision.
Our final question from the back row.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway from CNHINE, and I'm curious about Omar Payne. What attracted you to him in the transfer portal? How does he fit in the front court, and are there any opportunities for him and Kofi to play together?
Yes to the last part. Omar's been tremendous in our throughout the summer, through our first couple weeks of fall practice. But Omar's an elite athlete. He's a guy that we have not had at 6'10". He's got a 7'5" wingspan. Not knowing what Kofi's status was going to be, we knew we had to have a guy that was capable of playing in ball screens with Curbelo and Trent Frazier. He is elite in those. He is elite at getting to the rim. He's as quick twitch an athlete as we've had. But I've been very, very impressed. He's gained 20 pounds. He's a guy that has tremendous touch and has been a big, big surprise in that area.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you. Hope to see you back here soon.
We will now take another 2-minute break.
Understandably, much of Brad Underwood's conversation during that media session focused on the future of Kofi Cockburn, who apparently decided that he wants to be the best Illinois player ever. Underwood's reaction: "I'm never going to tell Kofi not to do something." Probably a good business decision. Obviously, big-time focus for Cockburn coming back to Illinois for one more season.